Good evening. The mayor of Big Spring's seat is in question. By now, you have heard of the petition to recall Mayor Shannon Thomason's position. Tomorrow, the city council will vote on that matter in a special city council meeting. Tonight, the mayor says the petition to recall his seat could be void and potentially breaks the law. He says proper procedure for this petition process was never followed by the city secretary's office. We are the only media that he is speaking to about this. It all centers around these two documents right here, the affidavit filed to begin the petition process. He says there are two versions of it. We have them here in our big screen. Notice the one obtained by the Big Spring Herald is missing a printed name here. And then you saw it before, there was just one sentence. The second one, you see the name, and then you see this section right here, the recall section. It had been added to two sentences. So what happened? Well, the printed name, you saw that was there. The line had been added to the recall. Now, what's the problem? Well, it's a notarized document. Notarized documents can only be modified at the time of being notarized, and changes should be noted on the document. The mayor was told by the city secretary that Linda Burchett, the woman who filed that petition, left and then came back to add those other items. Here's what he told me.
When Ms. Burchett came, submitted her statement, it wasn't really an affidavit that she stated. When she submitted her statement and filled out this affidavit form, she was told by the assistant city secretary that it would take some time to prepare the petition forms because they wanted 32 petitions, 5 pages each. So 160 pages. So it was going to take a little time.
Sure.
And they have to hand number those and sign each one and so on and so forth. So Ms. Burchett left with a copy of the affidavit and took this copy of the affidavit to the Big Spring Herald. After it had been notarized and after it had been signed by the city secretary.
So then how do we get here? If she left with that copy.
She left with that copy. She came back.
He says she came back and made those changes. The mayor says that document was then filed as the original and official petition affidavit. It also became a government document. Mayor Thomason believes that is tampering with the government document, which is a state felony. He filed a complaint with the Texas Rangers this afternoon on that basis. The mayor also says an oath was never given when this document was notarized. Now, here's the other issue at play. If this document has in fact been edited in the manner that the mayor claims, it would void the entire petition. He plans to file a complaint with the Secretary of State this week to look into that. Now, it comes before an important vote tomorrow. The mayor's seat, it could be put up for election in November. In our conversation tonight, the mayor made it very clear he is for the will of the people, and if they want to recall, they've got every right to do so, but they have to follow the rules.
Now, I support and believe in the citizens' right to recall their elected officials. I think that is a necessary and vital part of the system. Where it gets dangerous is when you have politicians start using it to try to gain political power. But again,
the mayor says it should have been up to the city secretary and the assistant city secretary to follow proper notary protocols that is laid out by the Secretary of State. And Burchett leaving and making changes to the document voids the entire petition. We will be in touch with the Texas Rangers and the Secretary of State to see if and when an investigation is filed. We're also working to get to touch base with the city secretary's office for comment on the matter. Now, none of this, by the way, changes tomorrow's vote. We will be at that meeting. We're going to keep a close eye and pass along any updates to this story.